What's coming for the United States could be worse than a recession. And in fact, it could actually be worse than anything we've ever seen before. Now, today I want to break down why we are now saying this, what we have been hearing over the past few days, and what we heard about 4 months ago. But yet, nobody really listened. So I want to break down what's happening at this time, what we are now hearing, and here's some big news. Somebody called out a recent historic event that happened just this past week. Well, they called this out 4 months ago. So I want to break down where that's coming from, what is happening, and what they're calling for next. So make sure you stick around and watch this entire video, and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So before we get into what some of these potential problems are, why the US could be headed for a worse time than a recession and potentially the worst time in history, just listen to this, okay? And this is something that you need to know. You probably heard it before. If you haven't, well, this has gone viral, massively viral over the past few days. Listen to this.
Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking, people say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus, for what I saw coming. And then I saw people interceding when I saw him winning the presidency through great. The Lord showed me it would go clear into the summer. Great persecution would come on him through the judges and through the law and all these people trying to sue him and all this stuff. But there would be a stop to it, and there things would start to break free come toward the fall. And then I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting, and then there will be a great economy crash. Yeah. I saw they had a great economy plan, a crash. Yeah. Worse than the Great Depression.
So right there, this person is coming out and saying that he saw this happen. Well, anybody could say that and say, I saw that happen. Right? No big deal. Look at this. Okay? This right here. This is the video that I just played you. Okay? And you can see it's 3 prophets explain 3 American solar eclipses. This video, okay, it was done 4 months ago. This was posted on March 14th, 2024. This video did not have 1.5 million views as of 4 months ago. The first day it was posted, it got about 2,300 views. It didn't eclipse 1 million views until July 14th, okay, when people started to realize this person called them out. This person was correct. This person figured it out, right? They saw something. Now again, I can't explain what this person saw. I can't explain how they figured it out. I can't explain how the Simpsons have been right all along on some major events for the past 20, 30 years, right? Can't figure that out. But this person did. Now, then at the end of it, they said there will be a major crash, right? A major crash, bigger than the Great Depression. Again, what we are about to face is going to be bigger than a recession. And I'm not saying it because of what this person just said, right? I'm saying it because that is what experts are predicting, that when our economy crashes, it is going to wipe out millions and millions of people. They won't have savings anymore. They won't have a house that they can go to and weep and cry and have some type of safety net in. They won't have it. They'll be ripped from their arms. They won't have vehicles that they can jump in and drive somewhere. They will be taken by banks. Okay? They won't have a retirement that they can go to. That will be gone. Social Security. Hopefully it's still there, but again, we don't know. But here's what we're hearing. Just to give you an idea, what is a recession? Okay? A recession is economic decline. Okay? And it happens in, well, it's supposed to be 2 consecutive quarters. However, now it's defined as 2 successive quarters. Now, what I can tell you is we are not going to a recession. Things look like they're doing quite well. We will collapse before a recession happens, at least according to experts. They say experts believe we are headed towards a crash and have been for several years. But why a crash? Well, according to reports, prices continue to rise and more people are unable to afford basic necessities. Now, I was walking through a Walmart here in the Seattle, Washington area, and I was walking through this Walmart, and at the front of the store, this Walmart, and let me know if you've ever seen this before, because I've never seen it. Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen this. This Walmart has a shelf where, and you've probably seen this before at restaurants, where restaurants have a big bulletin board, and up on that board or a cork board, there's little receipts where people have paid for food, but the food has not been cooked yet. They paid for a meal, and let's say it's a $7 meal, and the restaurant will go and tack up a receipt saying that this person, okay, if you take this receipt to the front counter, they will ring you up, you will not be charged anything, and you will get the meal that's on that receipt. Okay? That's what that happens in many restaurants. Well, what I saw at this Walmart was there were little receipts of items that, okay, this item and that item. It was things like toothpaste and toothbrush, right? Shampoo, soap. Some of it was food related as well. Canned beans, top ramen, some medicine, and not prescription medicine either. Just over the counter, ibuprofen, Advil, Tylenol, things like that, right? There are some feminine hygiene products that you could pick up the receipt, and I guess you took it to the front counter, I'd assume, and with the items, and they would pretty much ring them up, and there you go. Here you go. People already purchased them for you. I've never seen that. That's something I thought was interesting, because again, prices for products continue to go up, but yet some people can't afford just basic necessities like soap, deodorant, a toothbrush, toothpaste, right? Shampoo. Can't afford it. Can't afford to cut their toenails, right? Their fingernails. Just can't afford it. Lotion, right? Things like that. Just glasses so that you can see. People are purchasing these things and putting the receipts at the front of the store so that other people can come in, take what they need, absolutely need. Again, we are headed towards tough times. We haven't seen them yet, but we will. We also have been hearing more and more reports about consumer debt. It hasn't slowed down. More and more people are placing essentials on credit. Credit card debt is soaring. I've talked to many people about just being able to get out of debt, and most people tell me, I'm never going to be able to get out of debt. I can't afford to get out of debt. I can't do this. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. I can't pay off my credit cards. I just can't do it. But it's when all those people decide, I can't pay off those credit cards. I'm falling behind. So what? I'm just going to skip all my credit cards this month, not going to pay them. Well, once you go down that rabbit hole, most people never get out. They don't catch themselves up because, again, they're already behind 1 month. You think the next month's going to be easier? In most cases, no. It's even harder. And now it's like, well, I've already ruined my credit by missing one payment. What's another missed payment? Well, they start going down that rabbit hole. And with missed payments on credit cards, then it's missed payments on auto loans. What's happening right now is 30, 60, and 90-day delinquencies are on the rise. We're seeing this not just in certain states like California, where gas prices are still high, car insurance is through the roof. No, we're seeing it in all states. Every single state in the United States is seeing auto delinquencies are on the rise. And when you stop paying your credit cards, you stop paying your auto loans, and then eventually you'll stop paying your mortgage or your rent, you'll get evicted, you'll be homeless, right? And then what happens? Well, the bank's suffering, and the banks are suffering, and they can't lend to the businesses. They can't lend to individuals looking to buy a house and get a car and open a credit card, right? And get that line of credit. They just can't do it because they can't afford it, right? Banks are struggling too. This is where, again, where the bank struggles, and the businesses struggle and the individual struggles, then the economy struggles, guess what? That's when we're going to see the collapse. But according to one report that I was reading just the other day, they're saying that what's happening in China is going to impact us right here. Because as the U.S. consumers stop buying some of these products like a mouse, right, a computer mouse, keyboard, right, a cell phone, a tablet, computer, television, right, universal remote, whatever it is, it could be a coffee mug. As we stop buying the goods that are coming in from China, guess what China stops doing? They stop making those goods. They stop making the products. And as China stops making the products, those warehouses, those manufacturing plants, they shut down. Those people, they start to lose their income, their jobs, their homes. Guess what? Their economy crashes as well. And it's not just going to be a U.S. crash. According to experts, it will be a worldwide economic crash, an economic collapse. Again, bigger than a recession. Now, I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if we will see some additional signs. But some are saying that you should get out of the stock market, right? Sell all your real estate. Sell any asset that you have. Get out of it. Get away from it. Because it's going to crash. People have been saying this for years. And it could happen. But again, we don't know. All I know right now is the stock market's doing fairly well. Actually, really well. People are making boatloads of money, getting a lot of their losses back that they lost over the past couple of years. And as a result, many people are feeling like they have wealth. They're doing extremely well. But this is also where people get in trouble. And so here's one thing I want to warn you. If you see that your investments are going up, your real estate's going up through the roof, you feel rich, right? You feel wealthy. You have a bunch of money invested in the stock market. Here's the one piece of advice that I have for you. Don't go out there and blow it. Don't go out there and pay for a new car and go on vacation because your stocks just went up 15% in the past 3 months. Don't do it. Don't make that mistake because that's where people get in trouble. So I will leave you with that. But again, as of today, that is what we know. That this person predicted former President Donald Trump would have a bullet go right by his head, right next to his ear. Just so happened, just a few days ago, it actually clipped the top of his ear. So, I don't know if what he's saying is going to happen. If it does, well, you might want to believe whatever this guy says in the future. But as of right now, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.